Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will take the first swing of the game. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take the deep shot. And he reels it in inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. The pull and throw off the RPO. Stopped after making the catch. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Handoff to the lone back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Balls at the 18. And the Cowboys have taken it inside the 20. Looking to throw on 3rd. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Running back searching for a hole. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And listen, QB job #1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Leaves it with the back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it through this defense. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
You start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Complete downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run in the red zone. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's third and goal. Motion from the offense. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Running back goes in motion. Off the play fake. Looking left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense there, lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Line gets set, first down. Looking for space. It's moved. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. They'll line up for a second down play. Keep it on the ground. Still running at the 40. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. He's going up top. Grabs it inside the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that wasn't an interception.
Mississippi State right back to the line.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Here comes the hurry up. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expect... And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown. He's going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
They go to the ground. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
2nd and 10 here. On the ground, it's Moon. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Looking for the score. Into the house. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oklahoma State, 21, Mississippi State.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. To the air on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
It's now 2nd down.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They were trying to set up the screen, and they almost threw the thing away. They're lucky it's 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Moving out of the pocket. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Kruger. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll pull it down, and he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. No good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Finds his man. It's Moon. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got a man. It's Moon. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26.
Another first down.
Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Trying to find his man on first down. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Mississippi State going up-tempo. On second down, he'll let it fly. Getting some heat. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Trying to beat the D deep. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Touchdown, Cowboys! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Got his man in the middle. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cowboys will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Got his man on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
No doubt offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
On the run, it's Moon. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it.
42 Spider.
They'll try it on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys! And the route is on. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Oklahoma State, 42. Mississippi State.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum. Moving
the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. They try to pop a run on the draw.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Trying the left side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On the run, it's moved. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Caught. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets...
He caught it! Touchdown, Oklahoma State! And the punishment has been extended. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Here's the handoff. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And the pummeling has started.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oklahoma State, 56, Mississippi State.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on out.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They feed him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Give to the running back.
The running back carry. Gain of 9. Second down coming up.
Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Mississippi State, 3.
And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He's going to pass. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Complete. On the move at the 30. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Here we go.
Running behind that left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. It's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Just steamrolling his way through. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield.